Welcome. In this video we're going to continue talking about HTML. In particular we're going to focus again on the A tag, which is a link tag. We're going to be looking at the attributes, a little bit more about that tag, and we're going to pay particular focus on hyperlinks and how they work and how they're structured, especially if they're internal hyperlinks. What I mean by internal is if we go and have a look at the code that we wrote previously in the last video, you can see that I've got two hyperlinks here inside my index.html file. The bottom hyperlink here takes me to an external website, so that website is the BBC's website. And this hyperlink here actually takes me to a web page that's within my website. It actually takes me to this file here. So if I just go and have a look at my folder structure, so this is index.html and it's going to page2.html. So if I go and have a look inside my website folder, I have index.html with a hyperlink in there that's taking me to page2.html. But what happens if I have a subfolder in here called gallery, and inside this gallery folder I have another page? And what if I want to link to that other page from here? Will it work the same? Do I have to write the same code? Well, we're going to have a look at that. So if we just sketch it out to start with. Okay, if we have a look at the folder structure we've got, so first of all we've got this website folder. It's called my_website. Inside that folder we have another folder, and that folder is called CSS. Inside the my website folder we also have another folder called images, and then we have our HTML files. So we have the index.html, and then we have the page2.html that we created, and then I've just created a another folder, and I've called that folder gallery. Okay, now what I'm saying is, what happens if we create a page inside here? So let's imagine that inside here I create a page and I call it I know, gallery.html. Now what happens if I want to write a piece of text on the index.html page that says gallery, and I want that hyperlink to take me directly to gallery.html? Well, there's something different to, for example, on the index.html page I wrote page 2 and I hyperlink that straight to page2.html. Now that's fine because it's actually in the same directory. These two files are in the my website folder. However, this file is not purely inside the my website folder. It's actually, if we were to describe it, this file is inside the gallery folder that is inside the my website folder. So in order for a link on this page to get to gallery.html, it would first of all need to go through the gallery folder and then go to the gallery.html. So this link here, this direct link, would not work. I've got to tell it to go into a folder and then get the file. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start by actually creating this gallery.html file. So inside here, I'm going to, inside your text editor, first of all just create a new file. So I'm going to create a new HTML file. Just get rid of this. And the first thing I'm going to do is save it. So file, save as, and I'm going to call it gallery.html. And I'm going to make sure that I save that into the same folder structure, so my website, and I'm going to put it inside the gallery folder, and I'm going to press save. So now if I go and have a look at my folder structure, here's my website, here's my gallery folder, and here's my page. So what we're talking about doing is having a hyperlink on here that goes into this folder and gets that page. So let's go into our code. So on the index.html page here, I want another link. So first of all, I'm just going to add a couple of line breaks. And then if I copied the code above, so if I wrote ahref equals open quotes, and just wrote gallery.html, close quotes, more than symbol gallery, and close the A tag, like that. This code here is almost exactly the same as writing this code here, but it won't work because I'm saying get gallery.html. So if I'm on this index page where I've wrote get gallery.html, there is no gallery.html. I need to tell it to go into this folder and get it. So the way you do that is you first of all, you say, right, I am index.html and I need you to go into I'll just zoom in here for you so you can see. You say, right, I am index.html and I need you to link, which is this tag, to a directory of go inside a gallery folder, / means go inside. So gallery is the folder that I'm referring to. Gallery is this. So I am here and I'm asking you to go into gallery, and then the / is go inside gallery and get this gallery.html. So we're going gallery, go inside and get gallery.html. Okay, I'm going to save that. File saved. Just zoom out for you. Now then, I will check whether that works in just a minute, but before I do, I obviously need to put some content on gallery.html. So I'll just write my tags, HTML, head, title, close the title, open the, close the head, open the body, close the body, and close the HTML. There we go, and inside here I'm just going to write gallery page. So that's what will appear in my title, and inside the body I'm just going to write this is the gallery page. Okay, I'm just going to save that. So what I'm going to check is, if I open up index.html, I should first of all have a hyperlink that says gallery, and when I click on it, it should go inside the gallery folder and get the gallery.html file. Let's go and have a look. Right click on my index.html file, open with my preferred browser. Here it is, so this is my index.html. I can see that here, look. Index.html. I've got my gallery link. When I click on it, it opens up my gallery page. Now what I want to do is I want to show you this not working. So I want to show you, well, what about if I did actually not put this gallery / before? What would happen if I didn't put that? So this would be me writing in the wrong directory, telling it to go and get a file called gallery.html, but not telling it to go into the subfolder. So this is like me saying, okay, I'm index.html, go and get gallery.html from the same place that I'm in. And obviously it doesn't exist. So let's see what happens. I'm going to save this. I'm going to go and open index.html so I can just hit refresh. Everything looks the same, but if I click on the gallery button, the web page cannot be found. And you see, because if you have a look up here at the top, it's saying inside the My Website folder, there should be a file called gallery.html. Well, there isn't. This is a My Website folder and there is no gallery.html. Whereas if I just change this up here and I put gallery /, this is now saying, right, inside my website there's a folder called gallery, and inside that folder there's a gallery.html, and there it works. So that is what my hyperlink needs to be on my index page. Okay, so I can copy that, and again you can see it's exactly what we wrote before. Just replace this. It's exactly what we wrote. I need to say go into the gallery folder and get gallery.html. Okay, let's just try that again. Hit refresh. I go back, hit refresh, hit gallery. Oops, I need to save it. Index, file, save, refresh, hit gallery, and now everything works. Okay, so it's really important that you understand how the hyperlinks work. They are relative to where you are. So if I'm writing a ahref tag on here, I need to tell it where I want it to go through the paths that I want to get there. So I've got to go into gallery and get gallery.html. The same works if, let's say for example, you're going to have similar problems if you are gallery.html and you want to go to index.html. How does that work? So I know how to go into a folder, I put a slash, but how do I come out of a folder? If I'm on gallery.html, how do I come out of this folder and get, for example, page 2? Well, let's have a look at that. So if I'm gallery.html, what I'm going to do is, let's just draw this out first. Okay, so let's see if we can undo some of these scribbles that we've done. There we go. So I am gallery.html, and what I want to do is on this gallery.html, I want to write on here page 2. And when I click on page 2, what I want it to do is to go to page2.html. But again, we can't do it that way. Why? Because it's got to take a path. It's got to say, right, from gallery.html, go out of the gallery folder, and then get page2.html. So I've got to go out of the folder. When I was actually working on the index.html, I was actually going in to a folder. Okay? So obviously what I need to do now is figure out how do I say come out of something. And this is how we do it. If I go into gallery.html, and I'm just going to delete this, I'm going to write, just zoom in so you can see a little bit better. Oops. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a href equals quotes. Now, to come out of a folder, you say // That means come out of the folder that I'm in. Then, because I'm out of the folder, so let's have a look what that means. I'm currently working on this file. Okay, so look, I'm currently working on gallery.html. I'm currently here. And I'm saying come out of whatever folder I'm in. // come out of. So it's come out of this folder, so now it's in here. Alright, and now from here, what do I want? Well, I want page2.html. So what I'm saying is // means come out of the folder I'm in, then get page2.html. Close the quotes, more than symbol. What words do you want it to say on the body? I want it to say page 2, and then close the A tag. Save that, file, save, and let's go and have a look whether that works. So, go to gallery.html, which I'm at. If I hit refresh, now it says page 2, click on this, and it's come out of there and got for me page2.html. So that's how you write the hyperlinks. To go into a folder, let's just confirm this, to go into a folder, we use the /. Okay, to come out of a folder, we use // and that comes out of a folder. Right, we also said that in this video we'd cover a few more attributes. So how can I extend this? Well, some of the other attributes that you can have. So if you remember, one of the attributes that are of the A tag, so this is the A tag, and one of its attributes is href, and that tells it the directory to go to. Okay, so it would look like that. This here is my open of my A tag, this is the close of my A tag, and this here is an attribute. We can actually add more attributes in this A tag, and that's what we're going to talk about now. The other attribute that we're going to talk about is, what about if I wanted to, let's just go back here. If on the gallery.html page, when I click on this button, page 2, you can see that it opens, oops, here we go, let's try this one. If I'm on the index.html and I click on the gallery page, you can see that it opens that page in the same tab. Well, what about if I didn't want to do that? What about if when I click on the button, I actually want it to open up on another tab? like this. Yeah, does that make sense? So let's just go back. Normally on my hyperlinks, I click on them and it opens on top of the current page that's open. What about if I wanted to, when I click on it, it opens up on another tab. So I can still have this tab active with that page on it. Well, that's really easy. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to add another attribute to the A tag. And the attribute that we're going to add is we're going to add target equals, and that's another attribute that we can use. So again, that's another attribute that we can use. And then what we actually use in there, if you want it, for example, to go to a blank tab, you use underscore blank, and that will open up on a blank page. So let's just write that code. You can see here that on my gallery.html file, what I'm going to do is, this is my A tag. This is my first attribute of that A tag. After that attribute, I'm going to put a space, and then I'm going to do my second attribute, and I'm going to use target equals, open quotes, underscore blank, close quotes, and that will now open up whatever page. It will open up this page that I've referenced in the href. It will open it up on a blank tab. So if I just save that, file save, go across, okay, let's go back to the index. Here we go, index, hit refresh. Okay, I go to the gallery. This is my gallery page. I've now got a link on here that when I click on it, it actually opens it up on another tab. So there's just some other attributes that you can add to your tags, and we'll talk more about different attributes we can add to different tags later.